Romero, the man with many vowels, puts his team up 14-0 here. And if you're a Godinez fan here, a lot to cheer about. Your offense is looking good. Just hang on to that football. That's one thing that will put gray hairs on coaches' heads and make their heart skip a couple of beats is when they see that ball pop loose. You want to be a friend of your coaches? Hang on to the ball. So Godinez getting it done in their style. Interesting game so far for them. Saddleback this season, they're averaging 69 yards receiving per game, so they're not a very prolific throwing team. 209 yards rushing on the season. 20 TDs total in their 9 games. And on defense, they have 6 sacks and 3 interceptions. So they'll get a chance to get this football back. But they are losing the line of scrimmage battle in this game. And of course, as all good coaches know, that's where games are won and lost. And again, a very good turnout here tonight, as this is the homecoming game for 2013 for the Godinez Grizzlies. Lefty kicker kicks off, keeps it to the side of the field here. D-man comes up to get it and gets about 5 yards, and he's just plastered there at about the 24 yard line, we'll call it. Salcedo on the return, as he's been one of the main return men here for this team this season. While we have a chance to give you the recap on the season for Saddleback this year, they opened their season with their game at University High School out of Irvine. They lost that game. I'm not sure what the score was, and they were home against Orange. Lost that one in a tight one, 28-20. At Bolsa Grande out of course, Garden Grove. They lost that game 39-14. Week 4, they went down, or actually I think they played here. Home game against Orange Glen High School out of San Diego County, 41-20. Pitch back on the run. Nice wide field here. He's got some room to work with, and he just kind of gets sandwiched, and he kind of runs in between the two would-be tacklers. And the tacklers bring him down, but they would kind of more pay the price than the tackler does.
Good for a Roadrunner first down.
Nice job by number 14. I'm not sure if we have him on our. Yeah, we do. Dom, as in Dominic, Tuma, T-U-M-A, and he was. That was a gain of about 14 yards. I thought it was less than that. Nice job by him. He had wide open space there. Good blocking on that left side to the inside. And when he saw the players converge, he just kind of stood through there, and he made him pay the price. He got it pretty quick. Single back set. They have a wing to the right side. A little bit of miscommunication, and the quarterback hung on the football longer than he should have, and he just gets thumped and smothered there. 3 or 4 guys in on that stop. That was Johnny Rojas. Down he goes. He's got to be feeling that one right now. So, a little bit of miscommunication. He hung on the football just a little too long. That's all it took, because this Godinez Grizzlies defensive line is crashing through and wreaking havoc. You can't give them that much time. They'll get it done. Probably the biggest guy in that line, or the squattest guy in that line at least, is probably 70. They didn't waste any time. Yeah, but and with 2 guys, actually there are 2 guys out for Saddleback. Luis Roldan, who's a left tackle, R-O-L-D-A-N, Roldan. He's out with a hamstring. He was out last week against Estancia, and unfortunately he's a senior, so he's seen all his football days, at least high school football days, end. So he's not playing this game, and he didn't play last week. 3 receivers to the left side. They give us to the single back set kid, but he just gets smothered and down there quickly. It's a rash of black shirts in there quickly. Gets rocked and socked. Just about virtually the whole defensive line in on that stop. I think it's number 70 or 78. That's a big guy in that defensive line there. Jonathan Garcia, junior, 5'11", 305. And he's trotting off this field right now. I wonder what the food bills are on that family. Are you gonna go up there? Not a very tall kid, but you know, he's pretty agile for his size. And coaches like, you'll see when you play offensive line, it's not all about size and strength. I mean, that's certainly a part of it, but good coaches know that it's really about balance and footwork. And if you can get you guys to really perform well on that, I've seen teams, especially Segerstrom High School, control other sides that they played, even when they're outweighed by 20 or 30 pounds. So it's all about good coaching when it comes to line play. And of course, offensive linemen, it all pretty much starts with them. If you have some good ones up front, even if you have average talent in that backfield, you can pick up some good yards and you can make some good plays and cause some problems for defenses. All right, the rest of the season slate there for Saddleback. Orange Glen High School was the 4th week. They played that at home. They lost 41-20. That's the old high school in San Diego County that Coach Thompson was at. High punt here. It's punted. They send 2 return men back. The deep man takes it, runs to his right. Good blocking help. He's got to lay on the right side, then cuts in, trying to get past the last wave of tacklers. Can't quite do it. Then he loses the football. He loses the football as he went down. He literally just lost hold of the ball, and it just went on the ground. The ball didn't even bounce loose, and the tackler was right there, and they just grabbed it away. What an unusual! I've never seen anything like that. I mean, I've seen fumbles before, folks, on punt returns, but nothing like that. It almost just practically seemed like he gave him the ball. That was strange. Wow.
Flag on the field is...
There is a flag down, but it's declined because it was against the Grizzlies, and the Saddleback Roadrunners, of course, will take the ball. There's nothing to penalty. Who cares? They got the football at the plus 43-yard line. They have enough time to do something with it. 4 minutes and 40 seconds remaining here in the first half, and I believe they have at least 1 timeout remaining, maybe 2. They send 3 receivers to the long side, the right side of the quarterback. The quarterback is in shotgun. He goes to his slant man. His inside guy, his slot man, I should say. The pass is caught, but again, for negative yards. Not the first time this has happened here tonight.
83, Oscar Solano.
Oscar Solano in there for the stop. The big guy. Solano makes a nice stop. Oscar Solano. Yeah, he was the guy that had the touchdown catch again. 50-yard tackles for this kid coming into tonight's game on the season. So they got to push back to the plus 46-yard line. Saddleback, they come with 2 wingbacks this time. Quarterback right behind the center. Johnny Rojas takes a snap. Late pitch there. Pitches it on the run, and the runner takes it, but he really had virtually no room to run with it. He was near the sidelines already and just kind of got shoved out of bounds, so maybe a yard or 2 if that.
Knocked out of bounds.
Maybe a yard if that.
For a loss of 2.
Actually, he lost yards.
Which brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, they did lose a couple of yards. They lost about 1.5 yards on that play. 15. So again, the 2 guys that are out with injuries, Luis Roldan, left tackle. He's a junior for Saddleback, and also the other kid is Chris Rios, linebacker. Had some lower back problems, and he's out for his 2nd game as well. These guys are the only guys that should be playing tonight that are not, in addition to Frank, so they're missing some key guys. So I was wrong earlier about everyone that should be playing here tonight. They're not, but those are the guys that are missing for the guys in yellow pants. Isaiah Franks, though, even though not playing tonight, is looking at 4-year schools. He had a few letters at the beginning of the year. He gets rocked and socked. Down he goes in a huge thundering thud. Quarterback Rojas. Nobody picked these guys up. 2 guys sandwich him in hard. And that was a nice sack. That was a good clean play. And big number 38, I believe, in on that one, amongst others.
Sacked by the Grizzly defense.
Or 36, I should say. Pablo Ortiz, amongst others. Ortiz wreaking a little bit of havoc on defense here tonight for his team. Doing a nice job on that one. And again, Laguna Beach, like I said, they beat them last week. Godinez did, and Laguna Beach was really the class of the league last year. They went, I think 2 or 3 rounds deep into the CI playoffs. Of course, graduated a good number of players, but they were looked at when the season began to kind of be the contender, the big bully in the block this season in the Orange Coast League. And they weren't. I think they won 1 game, only against Saddleback this season in league play, and it was a disappointing year for the Laguna Beach Breakers. And it was a disappointing season for them, so they were kind of preseason favorite, and their season kind of fell apart. Not sure what's happened to them as far as injuries or whatever, but it wasn't the same as last year for them. Stance will be going to the playoffs, Costa Mesa will be going to the playoffs, and Calvary Chapel will be going to the playoffs of this league. Low snap. Again, this punter, he likes to run up. That was a very high punt, but very short. Tremendous height to it, but just not a lot of distance. And it takes a bounce, and they might have netted about maybe 15 yards on that punt, and that was it. This punter's got an unusual style to me. He only lines up about 8 or 9 yards behind the center snapping that football. Again, most guys that are punting will line up at least 13 yards, more like 14 behind the center to give them some space. And then he takes a running start to punt it away. So you could have, I wouldn't be surprised if they had a lot of blocks. I think he's had a couple of kicks blocked this season. But that's kind of a recipe for a lot of blocks if you're not careful. So decent field position once again for the Grizzlies. They feel they have time enough to do something with it. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 35. Their own 35, of course. Zachary Huzar is your quarterback right behind the center. He's got 3 receivers in to the right side, the long side of him on that right side. Short drop, puts it up. Ooh, it's a tip pass. It's a tip pass, but the guy still makes the grab there. Interesting play. We've seen this ball go everywhere today. 88 makes that catch. Jonathan Castro. Start me a revolution, Mr. Castro.
For a gain of 7.
Makes 7 yards on that tip pass play. And Castro lines up on the left side of the quarterback this time, the far side. Split receivers very wide. Strong sides of right, I formation they come. Fakes to give. Huzar is looking to his left, and he goes to the right. Puts it up. Nice pass down the field on a seam pattern. Still on his feet. Plenty of yardage after the catch. And they catch him from behind, but not before the damage is done. They go from their own 41-yard line down to the opposition's 20-yard line or so. How about that? Let's see, 9, 10.
21-yard line.
Or 9, 19, 29, 39. Where are they going to mark it? What a 38-yard gaping gain there, pass and catch. Yak, 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 my favorite statistic. Yardage after catch, coaches enjoy that. Good thundering run after the grab. What a nice play on that one. About a 41-yard gain. Right down the middle, like a knife through soft butter almost. Not till the second wave, and they got him, and they bring him down below. That was Trujillo. Blizzards his guys all the way down to the 10-yard line. So again, they pick up the first down on first down. They've done it many times here tonight. Godinez has 11 yards were gained. So 1st and goal, just inside the 10. They're looking sharp. I formation they come. 2 tight ends are in, 1 wing back to that left side, and this is Trujillo. Trujillo looking for some room on that left side. You ain't going nowhere. They shove him, and they stuff him kind of soon, maybe a yard. Well, no, he got more than that. He got more than that. Sorry, about 3 or 4. Looked like he got less to me because of the angle here. Got hit and knocked down there by, I think, number 8, Chris Ruiz, defensive end. So quickly back to the line of scrimmage of the Grizzlies here. Again, wingback, tall kid. There's a wingback lining up. The wingback is a tight end, actually on that right side, kind of like in a wingback position. Gap off that right tackle. And I think they're in the end zone. Grizzlies are in the end zone on 2nd down. Touchdown, the 3rd one of the night, with 1:37 here remaining in the first half. And they have just done a really good job of blowing them off the line, looking real sharp, playing a good game here. And they have really taken it to that defensive line of the Saddleback of the Roadrunners here. Yeah, it's been a difficult year for Saddleback. Doing what they can to compete. They've had some offensive fireworks, but they've had their challenges with penalties, and again, their team is just not really. They haven't got tremendous size. They got some speed. They got some talent. But there's a little bit overmatched in this competition that they've seen this season. And the extra point connects. It is now 21-0. Again, here late in the first half. Again, while I have a chance here, on that season log there for Saddleback. Again, the 4th. I'll just start off from the start. Again, against University High School on the road, lost that game. The University High School out of Irvine. Orange High School, 20-20, a home game for them. Home opener, lost 20-20. Saddleback did. 3rd week of the season at Bolsa Grande out of Garden Grove, 39-14. They lost that game. Orange Glen High School played them in a home game, lost 41-20. Again, that's the old high school of Rob Thompson, where he coached for many years in San Diego County before he moved up here to Orange County. At Century, we taped that game. They lost 16-12. At La Quinta High School, lost 25-20 in the game, which they had their chances to win. Lost to Laguna Beach 55-19. And then 3 games in a row at Estancia High School, because Estancia is a home high school field for Estancia, Costa Mesa, and Calvary Chapel. At Calvary Chapel, 63-6 road game. Costa Mesa lost 54-12. That was a Saturday afternoon game, as was last week's game against Estancia. They lost 26-8. So again, the last 2 games they have played have been on Saturday. So this is this team actually with only 5 days rest, not 7 for Saddleback. They take it on the bounce, and it bounces out of bounds. And again, that's anybody's football on a kickoff. All he has to do is travel 10 yards, and that's it. But again, it bounces out of bounds. So it touched the player first, and then it went out of bounds. So it will be marked at the 20. And again, if you kick it out of bounds and the offense doesn't even touch it, then the offense has the choice of, that's a penalty, and they get the kicking team to re-kick it, or they have the choice of taking it at the 35-yard line. That's a rule that I like that was changed in all levels of football, I think about 10, 12 years ago. And that's just a good time-saving rule because, again, it avoids having to just line up again and kick again and do another play and all that stuff. So most coaches will take it at the 35-yard line when that's the case because that's pretty good field position to start a drive. 1st and 10 from their own 28. Again, Johnny Ross is your quarterback. He takes it right behind the line of scrimmage. A little bit of gap to that left side. They dive forward on this dive play. Nice play. About 6-7 yards. Not bad. By Daniel Porras, who's been a mainstay running back here for him this season.
Gain of 7.
He got 7, just as I thought. Not bad. One of their biggest gains of the night here on 1st down. Some of the other individual rushers this year, Soto with 144 touches and for 743 yards himself. Antonio Soto, haven't seen him play here all that much tonight. 2nd and 3 from the 28 or so. They go that right side, off tackle to the right, looking for a 1st down there near it. One of the linebackers comes in and lays the lumber. I think it was number 20. I can't see who made that stop. They get the 1st down. They needed 3. They got about 3 or 4. Just enough. I think it was Trujillo. Actually, Trujillo is one of the both-way players. I think they only have about 2 or 3 both-way players. Godinez does. Trujillo is one of them. He helped out on that stop to bring him down. We're inside a minute. The clock is ticking. I think that the Roadrunners have one more timeout remaining. They're lining up out of shotgun. They have 2 receivers to the left side, the long side of the quarterback, but they keep it on the ground here. Looking for some room on that left side. A nice, good head of steam. A nice lane here, too. 1st tackle misses him. 2nd one brings him down. Good, hard, clean hit. Hit him hard, hit him low. Nice job there by number 8. That was Salcido on the dash. And on the stop there, that was number 8. That was Zachary Huzar. Huzar is also one of the both-way players. Plays safety and quarterback. Does it in more ways than one. He is one of their all-purpose players. As I mentioned, he's got quite a few stats on himself. Not only just for throwing, but also for running the football. We haven't seen him running the football on offense all that much here in this game so far. Saddleback calls timeout. That's their last one. And they will regroup and they'll see what they want to do. And if I'm Saddleback, I'm going to take some chances at the end zone. You need a score. You're down by 3 touchdowns, and it's deep and late in the. And again, it's deep and it's late in the 1st half here. You might as well take a chance and throw it deep and see what happens because even if it gets intercepted, you haven't lost too much. Chances are they're not going to score in that short amount of time. The opposition. But my point is that I'm a little bit disappointed when I see coaches not take a chance, especially when you're trailing at the end of the 1st half. Take a shot, go deep. What have you got to lose? You see a lot of coaches just take a knee and say, okay, let's get in that halftime and just regroup and have our meeting and do our adjustments. If I would go for broke for myself. Nothing wrong with taking a chance when the odds are in your favor that you're not going to lose much. So we'll see what Coach Thompson wants to do. If I was him, though, I'd come out firing and I'd try to go deep. The one thing they haven't done here so far tonight is challenge the speed of the defensive backs here of Godinez, but maybe it's the first time for that. Maybe we'll see it here. So 1st and 10 from the 42 of their own, and has time to set up, puts it up in a mid-range pass. A lot of traffic in that area. Had the right idea, was just a little bit off target. There were black shirts swarming nearby. Intended there for Suarez, Christian Suarez, who's regularly a fullback. He's a senior. Incomplete. Had the right idea, just wasn't quite there. But he moved well with that play there. Johnny Ross kind of flowed nicely to that right side. Stops the clock, and of course any incomplete pass will stop the clock, so they still have time for at least one more play, maybe 2. But that was the right idea. Saddleback, one more shot at it. Send 3 receivers to the short side, the left side of the quarterback. 2 are in the backfield here, because of course you always have to line up with 4 in the backfield. That's the legal formation for football. Always got to have 4 in the backfield. But they give it down the middle here, up the gut. Maybe about 3 or 4 yards gained there. That might be the last play of the 1st half. I think it is. There's no flags. And they push it out to about the 47-yard line, but that's the end of the 1st half as he got hit and knocked down there by, I think, Joel Jaramillo. So Jaramillo has done a pretty good night here tonight playing defense. Makes another nice stop there to end the 1st half. So again, 21-0 lead here for your Godinez Grizzlies. And it's been a game that's been all theirs. And I don't have any statistics in front of me. I'm gonna stab a guess and say they probably have at least 200 yards in the night offensively, maybe more. This game actually maybe could be a little bit worse because they've had their share of turnovers. They've coughed the football up more than once here tonight, actually 3 times. So I think that Saddleback's a little bit fortunate to maybe only be down by 3 touchdowns as they go into the half down 21-0 in a game that's had a lot of offensive fireworks on the ground, especially both teams really, but especially of course Godinez. So we're going to take a halftime break here. My name is Peter Pigskin-Hebda for Channel 31, and we have Coach Patitas here joining us. Coach, I know it's not what you want to see here in the first half, but it's been, like I've said, mostly the line of scrimmage battle being unfortunately right now won by Godinez. They're looking sharp in that department.
Oh, most definitely. We were just talking with coaches that we definitely have to step up in the middle of our line there. Our line is definitely giving us a little bit of problem, but hopefully come second half we'll fix that problem right now.
Well, if they can turn over the football as much as they did in the first half, and if you can convert that into scores, maybe we'll see a little bit better of a game in the second half.
Oh, most definitely. Turnovers really should have been some points for us, but unfortunately it didn't turn that way. But hopefully we can get the ball back and do what we need to do.
Well, it's not over yet. 21-0. Thank you, Coach. Folks, we'll take a halftime break, and we'll be back. Don't go away here on Channel 31. Peter Pigskin-Hebda along with the rest of the crew. We will return after the halftime festivities.